new ways to use toys, right? Because some people will be like, oh, that's a baby toy. I'm like, that's what you think. Do you know,
Yeah.
I'd have 6-year-olds come in and I would say, whatever toy you want. What do you, the ones that can handle that demand, that choice. What would you like? And they would pick up the ring stacker. Then I would like just put the holder across the room and we would try to like throw the rings on. You could do anything you want. There is no one's here watching, like, but a lot of people get stuck there.
Hi, my name is Courtney Peebles, and I am the owner and founder of Solobo Toys. And today on Neuroplay, we have Julie back with us, and we are going to be mixing it up a little bit today. And we are going to be showing mystery toys, and then she is going to be telling all the ways that she thinks they can be used.
I've been spending a lot of time with your toys.
Yes.
Which is like, I posted one reel about using it in the classroom. I have a couple others batched that will come, in the future, but I really love that stinking emotions coin drop.
Mm-hmm. I know. It is the favorite.
For my job, as you see on my page, like every toy I get, I'm just like, how do I maximize? How do I use this in every single way? I kind of crack up every time I give an idea, and somebody who's been doing like my job as long as me, like the fact that SLPs follow me, I like can't believe it, because I thought everyone knew. It's just I had no idea that I was doing things with toys that not everyone else was doing. But woohoo. I'm 36 years old, found out I'm good at something.
Well, but it's like, I was watching back our podcast, and it is true that the time that you spent in like winging it is probably how you got really good at it.
I had nothing. Like less, and it applies to play too with kids, right? Like if they have everything at their fingertips and 100 toys that just like they push a button and it's like doop 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 doop, they don't have to do anything. They're not gonna get good at it. They're not gonna get good.
And they're gonna be bored with it.
Yeah, or they don't see their role in it, right? Like if they just have to push a button and the toy does it, they're like, oh, that's the extent of my job here, like push the button, right? It's like the other thing too with finding like new ways to use toys, right? Because some people will be like, oh, that's a baby toy. I'm like, that's what you think. Do you know, I'd have 6-year-olds come in and I would say, whatever toy you want. What do you, the ones that can handle that demand, that choice. What would you like? And they would pick up the ring stacker. How many times in my career I went, really? The ring? And moms are like, you're kidding me. We had that for years and you didn't touch it. But like, then I would like just put the holder across the room and we would try to like throw the rings on, throw them onto pictures, like slide it across like shuffleboard. And now,
well, you know why that is?
Why?
Because the marketing is so good.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
So if you think about it, and I was talking to Daniel about this last night in depth. So the psychology of people getting around trends is all about how it's marketed. There are companies who are like, if you buy this, your kid will talk. Like, and it's the like marketing of it. So these parents, they're like, oh, I don't know anything about it. So is this toy's going to make my kid talk? I'm going to buy it.
I believe that. I know that exists, but because of what I do, like I truly never had that thought because of my training. So it's like, right? But I think about other things. Like if you told me this is going to make my child, I'm reading labels and I want the omega, I'm staring at milk, like the omega, right? Will that make them grow more? Like, so if somebody said, this will have your kid growing 3 inches, I'd be like, yes, okay. Yeah.
There's a reason why the packaging is so strategic. They literally have packaging classes because they know how vital toy packaging is.
Oh my gosh.
For like the marketing and the essentially convincing these people that getting this toy will give them something.
The age ranges I find interesting to put on there. Do you have to put, right?
So legally we have to put the minimum.
Okay.
So we have to get them independently tested, and then that determines what age we put on there as the minimum.
Okay.
So anything below that, we put a disclaimer, is like anybody under the age of 3 should not be playing with this toy, or always, like, even the emotions coin drop, it's like, if it's like rated for 12 months and up, but we put an extra disclaimer on the back. We're not required to, but we do, that says, if your child is under 3 years old, we highly recommend you have an adult present.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's certain like regulations in what you have to put on, but mostly it's like, mostly it's just like this minimum, but then people don't see past that. Like, I even was talking to somebody at the farmer's market that we just did, and this like tiny toddler was like in a stroller, and I think the dad came into the tent and he was like, do we want this? She was like, no, she's not there yet. And I was like, oh, but okay. And that's why with like Montessori toys specifically, like, there's these kids that have these like ring stackers at like 4 months old. Mm-hmm. But then they also have them at like 6 years old.
Yes.
Because if you think about, if you only think about toys in the way that they're marketed, then you miss it.
It's so weird that we keep saying, I was just talking about everything I say. You're like, just yesterday, everything you're saying, just yesterday, you know, I was thinking about doing a reel. I actually messaged like a large account that targets parents. And I see a lot of parents that, like the other day I saw a girlfriend of mine with her daughter playing with the Fisher-Price piggy bank. And, you know.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying this. Continue, but I gotta tell you something.
So, you know, and again, whatever the little girl was doing, whether it was more like a bang, 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 or just like more like an open and shut, and the mom, you know, just kind of kept being like, oh yeah, you know, put it in here. Like, it was like, right, like, put the coin in. This is what it's for. This is how you play with it. And she kept promoting that scene. And I'm like, just bang on it. Yeah. Just say hi to it. Kiss that piggy. Oh, put that piggy night, night. You could do anything you want. There is no one's here watching. Like, use it how it says. Yeah. But a lot of people get stuck there.
They do. They get very stuck.
What is your relationship with this pig? What do you...
Okay. So this is funny because, so my entire thing with this was gathered, they're all below me. I gathered all of these different toys, not even our toys, just other toys, so that you could tell me different ways to use them that aren't your, like, I'll tell you, like, the typical run-of-the-mill, what they'll typically be used for, but then you're going to, like, remix it and be like, this is actually what you can use. So
fun. I've never played anything like this. Is so new and exciting.
So this is...
Okay.
B Toys version of the Fisher-Price pig.
Okay.
This pig is made of wood, and then there's plastic in the middle.
Okay.
And it has the clear window. So then you can open the back.
Oh.
And then in the back is the coins. And the coins are the colors of the rainbow. And they are 1 through 10. And so the way that it's designed is for the coins to go in the top. And so the kids put them in, but then also on the other side of the coins, it's like the number 2. And then it has 2 of something, like 2 of shapes.
I'm looking at it, and of course, you know, we're going to talk about what it can do. It, like, looks so close to being able to roll, and it can't. If, like, the pig's snout was rounded, if that thing could roll back and forth, it would just blow my socks up.
It'd be like a washing machine. You see the stuff washing inside?
Oh, yeah. But, like, see, and then, wait, what's the tail? Is the tail, like, it's like a little rope?
It's the string.
A little string?
Yeah, to pull it.
I mean, first of all, okay, so you don't have to just put coins in there. So, like, let's just go, right? Because a lot of people will be like, the coins in the pig. I'm like, well, sure. I don't really, shapes and, you know, colors I like, but shapes and all that, like, I wouldn't, the pictures, I would do more like just You could put Mr. Potato Head pieces in there and do body parts. You could just put like...
Well, the slot might not be big enough.
Oh, no,
right?
The opening. Like, open...
Oh, the open... Look at you. Yes, like, you could.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, forget the slot. I would just dump that, and then, like, whatever. If they like Bluey, you could put the Bluey family in there. And so, again, so number one, don't get stuck on you have to put in there, or see, you were going right to the slot, so you could open the piggy up. I'm trying to think, other than, like, because you could see through it, it's nice for speech therapy, because if you're going to hold, like, it could draw them there. So I would probably do a lot, right? Like that clear piece. So if
can you see me through it?
Like one, or blue, Thomas Julie, blue, you know, like that could be like a whole little peekaboo thing. And then, like, maybe if there was a theme, you could like print a picture, or, you know, put that in the back of the circle, glue or glue.
Like on the clear circle,
the coins,
or on the coins,
depending on, like, if there was a kid and you were working on, you know, family or something, or classmates, like, who knows? I've done things like that where I've taken like classmate pictures and put them on. Kids aren't comfortable, like, they don't acknowledge the peer, but I will show them a picture of the peer and they're like, "Hi, Brian." I'm like, okay, start with this Brian and work your way to real Brian. Teachers could use that, who's here today, and put their little whatever's in.
Okay, well, next one we have
I get nervous.
pull tubes.
Ooh, okay.
So, you know about these, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is all you can use.
So, let's see. If I was working on, like, volume, or trying to get like an H sound out of a kid, right? So either we could blow into them, or show like the visual of the, you know, so if they do, okay, no, we gotta stretch it, pull, to give them a visual of how long to hold it. Or if you're doing...
That is a good visual, yeah.
Yeah, for like, or fluency therapy, like you could do, like, there's like bumpy and smooth, even just like, could you wrap it around like a wrist, or like so I would be like putting it, like, you could do body parts, or again just like a language. Okay, let's see, put it on your wrist. Oh, I have a bracelet. Make me a necklace. Oh, a crown. That should be on your head, madame, as a crown. Yes. Or, like, again, I wonder, like, fold them, glasses, a mouth. Oh, sad.
I'm really trying here.
Again, it looks like a snorkel. It looks like a snorkel. That's so fun. And you can even take another one as you're, okay, we could be up in that aquarium.
See? Look at all those
Bring
options.
It on, Courtney. What's next?
I hope people are taking notes, because this is good stuff. So this is going to be our mystery box. And I'll tell you all the things in it. So, clear bin. Mm-hmm. This is all you'll get. The clear bin.
Okay.
And you have an orange scoop. And you have a blue, like, strainer type thing.
So they're like sand toys? They're like beach toys almost?
They are,
okay.
Yes. And then a purple, like, shovel. Mm-hmm. And then this is like a funnel, but it's not, shaped a little bit different, like a triangle funnel. And then you have these that are like the squish things that they, like, stick to stuff. I tried to stick it to over here. I don't think it'll stick. Oh no, there it goes. It's stuck.
It suctions? It suctions?
It suctions on both sides. Okay. And then in here you have bean bags in shapes and with the name. So we have like a rectangle, and they're bean bags. They kind of sound a little funky, but triangle, hexagon. And so this is your mystery box that you can do whatever with.
Oh my God, this is overwhelming. overwhelming. I'm like, I'm kind of like shorting out. But so first of all, with any of them off the bat, toss and catch goes a long way with kids, especially when it's like, is it gonna fit? So like holding, whether it's the blue suction piece or that suction piece, or anything.
And like throwing them in?
Do it with I'd be standing there with the shovel, with the funnel, with anything, and just seeing if I could catch them. You could do like following directions, put on, put under, put in, like, even like with the beanbag, like put the purple hexagon under the pink, whatever. Yes, like kind of like moving things.
Yeah, so these are also from Fat Brain Toys, but they're called suction cups with a K and a Z.
Well,
so they're like in the family of squigs, but just a little like a cousin.
Go figure. Do you see that like squigs are so big for me?
This is a great example. The squigs alone, my youngest just like wasn't meeting his OT milestones. So we were like, okay, we're going to have to get creative. We tried the squigs and he really took to them. So it single-handedly helped that left side with just the game. Like, it's mind-boggling. I definitely like these more than my kids like them, but I don't care. I love them. Okay, so they are like, translucent blocks?
Oh, transparent.
Are they transparent? What's translucent?
Lights up.
Oh, okay.
Transparent.
Okay, so these are transparent.
Oh, my fourth grade teacher would be like so proud of me.
These are blocks.
Okay. And they're not magnetic.
Nope. They come in all the colors of the rainbow. But my favorite part is that if you put them in the windowsill, you get like the color reflecting through them, so then the color goes all around the room.
Ooh.
Yes.
Like stained glass, so it's like stained glass effect of...
Yes. And the way that they're curved around the edges makes it so that the light goes through and kind of like goes everywhere.
So it creates like, it could create like a whole little like, you could create your own little sensory experience.
Yes. And you have every color of the rainbow, so you can make a rainbow.
And they look like glass, but obviously they're not because they're a kid's toy. But so they're just like they look so delicate.
They're not.
They're not.
No, they're not. You can stack them.
Could you? You could.
Good at that.
You could drop them. Knock them like dominoes, or even again. I know that I just make everything a suction. But if you had listen, if you don't have silly putty nearby and you work with kids, you're like denying yourself. But if you had silly putty and you put it on the end of one of those, then you've made like a little stamper that you could like pick things up with.
There you go.
You could even, I wonder if you could stack them and like put speech cards, whether it's like a Biram card or one of your like Solobo cards, like in between, and do like a tower where it's like.
I'm sure you could.
Because
look, I'm gonna see how tall I can build this thing here. It's getting taller.
I mean, again, for just following directions and anything that is see-through. Yeah, I can see your mouth. Let me tell you something. I promise you, the right kid. I can't say every kid, because not every 7-year-old is the same. Not every 4-year-old is the same, and diagnoses and whatever. But if I was with a kid, I would just really start with exactly what you just did. It could be something as simple as like, I see red, I see blue, and then you could be looking at things. So I might hold up a picture of your banana and have them pick up green. Tell Miss Julie, I see green banana. Now I see a red banana. I see a purple, whatever. And then even just like to stack them, like you said. But kids, if you just put them in front of your mouth, if I do, okay, we're going to practice our S, you do, and then we stack them, a kid, 9 out of 10 are going to go and stack it. Because it's so simple, and it's just boom, do, stack, boom, do, stack. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to build and knock stuff down?
Okay, so this is one that, strangely enough, they use at my kid's eye doctor's office.
Ooh.
this.
Ooh. I
This
mean,
is what you get.
oh, I saw, on, off, right, stop, go. A big thing with things that do that is like okay, so let's say I'm with your kid and they're not given nothing. They are quiet. And I kind of have that and I turn it off. And I say, okay, we're going to say on, let's turn it on, or I do give it, but they make any attempt. I get any noise. I see that mouth open. I'm popping that thing on so fast and I convince them that they turned it on with their voice. So I would be like, yes. So like,
that makes sense.
And then they want to make it go again. Ooh, ooh, it's on. Yeah. On, off, more, all done. That would be great for like AAC kids for like just like a simple more, all done, stop, go. If you could hook that up to a thing,
oh, yeah.
My goodness.
So this is interesting that you say this because the very first thing that my son took to with our AAC device was the poppers, the little animals that have the little ball, and all he wanted to do is pop, 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 pop. But doing that, we then expanded to pop more, pop again, pop, like or mama pop, like it just caused a ripple effect. It was this one toy that expanded the snot out of his AAC device.
Yes.
Crazy.
They have play mats. I should send you these things or talk more about them, but it like goes with toys and it like is like just like simple words to use or focus on with an AAC user without like feeling it really can just be pop and go from there or more and just really build. Oh, okay.
The other one that we did was we put Sesame Street on there. So he'd go, Sesame Street, Sesame Street.
Oh my gosh. Hearing that on repeat. Was it the song or the show? He just wanted anything Sesame Street?
Anything Sesame Street. And then the other one that turned into was like, I added like the characters to Sesame Street. So it was like Elmo, Grover, Elmo, Grover.
Grover. I love that he likes Grover. I hope so. No one gives Grover enough love.
Okay, so next one.
Okay.
We have monster trucks.
Ooh. Now, if you were one of my interns, okay, usually I say, like, once they pick up the car, you got to be really careful because they will tune you out so fast. And it becomes them in that monster truck and they're on the floor. Like, they don't need you. That's a really easy, I'm going to tune you out toy. So it's really about what they need. A track. They need a start and a stopping point, and you need to make yourself valuable in the play if you're gonna have like that kind of control. I mean, with your own kids, I mean, I get, the early vroom vroom, whatever, but like a ramp, launching them off tables, the old racing them and just seeing who could win. I'm trying to think. Oh, I've actually done like where we put them in, what is it? Is it like paint? But I've made like tracks, like where
we've done like the painter's tape.
Yes, like where I use though, but either way, yeah. Why? What do you have to tell me? What did your kids come up with that I didn't? What?
Trucks were the second thing that skyrocketed my kid's AAC device use. And I'll tell you why. So, his special interest literally from the time he was like not even 2 yet. He loved them. Oh. So much so that he had a truck that he slept with and he brought it everywhere with him, and the only reason why he doesn't carry it with him still is because he took it in the bathtub with him and it rusted.
Oh my God.
So he couldn't keep that anymore. But in speech therapy, he took that, was doing go, he was doing boom, and then he like kept doing like, again, thank you, more, like play, like all of those with it, because all he wanted to do was literally run the truck down.
Crash, boom.
Crash, boom, go, all of it. And then because of that, we put truck on the front. So then he was like, truck, 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 go, 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 go. So then it works really well.
Yeah. And like a lot of, I noticed too, and I don't know if you ever saw this with either of your boys with their trucks, but a lot of kids, whether it's sensory or what, you ever notice they like to watch the wheels or they like to be at that eye level? And I think it's like so important. Because some kids are, on the floor or laying on the floor trying to crouch down. And I'll tell the moms, I'm like, if you have a play table or a windowsill, that you could just like shift it so they could, look. That's just for like more of just bringing them up here instead of having them crouched and playing like that all day.
We moved the chairs out of our like living room or our kitchen table. We moved the chairs out on one side so that all day long he could just go, 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 or line them up and race or anything.
Mine would make traffic. Mine would make parking lots. And then even too, doing like, just like they do in like the real monster trucks as they get older, you can line them up. And if we were in speech therapy, let's say you had an older kid, I mean, you could do following directions, put the orange in front of the blue, put the blue behind, those whole, concepts of whatever. And then like after they maybe move around a few, it's like, okay, then you could drive them over. And you get a ramp, or not a ramp, but I don't know if you guys have them. We have like the launchers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you think Ready, Set, Go on its own is exciting. You add,
I know.
back that up, like a Ready, Set, and it's going to phew. 100 times. That's speech therapy. And like you said, for your own son, you saw it. Like, again, go, go. Yeah.
This is going to be construction paper.
Oh, I'm already nervous. Okay.
Post-it notes.
Oh, I'm so nervous. This is, okay.
And scissors. That's what you got to work with.
Ooh. I'm like so not crafty. Look at me. I'm like, look at it.
You say this, but then you're going to come up with something crazy.
I mean, right? What can't you, like, I mean, you can make it, like, as far as, like, specifically, like, what to do, that's so, like, vocab-y to me, or, like, I think, like, older kids, like, sentence strips or categories or like making the papers represent different things.
Shapes.
Of course, yeah.
Cutting shapes.
Shapes, cutting, that's what I mean, like anything. Or like...
Ooh, I got one.
What?
You put this Post-it notes on the paper. What? And then underneath of it is something.
Is like a something.
You'd need like a pen. Okay, I'll give you a pen.
I was going to say, yeah, all right, if I could write. Yeah, so then you could do any cause, effect, what, why, object, function, like category. So you could have like, food written on there, and then under it, you could even make your own categories for kids. Like if you like if you wrote, almost like if you had a group therapy, and you had it set up like two kids, and you wrote like, this is what, and then they had to flip it and name as many animals as they can. That's actually a killer idea for like stroke patients even. Okay, now I'm using the other part of that's a whole other thing. If you drew things, then it would be like, where does it belong? So if I drew an airplane, where would the airplane go? Airplanes go in the sky. Like to then use it as like prepositions or following directions. Like you could kind of create a scene, and then your Post-it becomes your movable picture. Put the plane under the cloud. Put the plane next to the cloud.
Moving to the different ones.
In the ocean.
Or even you could put like a one heart on here, and then that goes on to the number 1. And then if you have another like one with a triangle, like there's a bazillion Post-it notes, so you could, create a ton.
Anything.
I love Post-it notes.
I love Post-it notes.
My kids literally will just like to stick them places, and I'm like, that's fine. Whatever works for you. We hope that you enjoyed following along and watching us explore all these different toys. And if you learned anything, it's just the fact that you can use toys in so many different ways. And all you have to do is get a little bit creative. We hope that you loved this. And if you did, definitely subscribe to our channel. And you can find the links below for the different toys. And you can find the links below for following Julia on Instagram.